Hello, everybody. One more time, we are coming together with intelligent automation leaders. Space is completely full of bright and shining stars, and today we have one leader, Wykita, who has hosted us at Delta today. Please introduce yourself. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for coming. I'm Wykita Riley, and I'm the Enterprise Automation CoE Manager for Delta Airlines.
So, what exactly does a CoE leader mean in the world of transformation with all these technologies that we have? What is your day-to-day responsibility?
Well, no day is the same on an automation team or for an airline, but a CoE team normally is called upon to either do something, teach something, or sometimes even learn something. So we do all of that around the automation space. So we deal with multiple different technologies, and we support the entire enterprise.
And so, what's the most exciting part of your job? I mean, this is changing. I'm never bored personally of everything that we have to learn, do, grapple with, understand how it complies, with what we're doing in transformation. What is it that excites you? What makes you excited about your job?
Well, I always love when I get that question because, unlike other organizations or other companies, we are an airline. So there is almost every department that you could think of within an airline. And for every business group, there's also a corresponding IT team. And the cool thing about that is we are not confined to one team. We support everyone because we're an enterprise team. So that being said, there's never a boring moment for us. So with automation, a lot of times we are called upon to solve challenging problems that are immediate. So we have to pivot very quickly. We always have changing priorities, and we have to deliver. Failure is not an option for us. So that makes our job a lot more exciting.
That's fantastic. And one of the things that I think is so important and exciting about what you do too is having so many beneficiaries, so many constituents that are seeking your counsel, your guidance. What is the next greatest thing? How is it that you prioritize? If everything is immediate and everything is right now.
Everything is a priority.
Yes.
But if everything's a priority, then nothing's a priority. So the way we prioritize or balance each priority against the other priorities is we look at the ROI, and if that doesn't tell the story, then prioritize for us or force our hands, then we look at the value to the business and the value to the customers, because Delta is always going to prioritize the customers and the employees first. So we do the same. We align with that. Now, you could have a multi-million-dollar opportunity to save, that much money, but that doesn't always mean that that'll be the top priority, because brand preservation is also very important to us.
That's so interesting. And it's so important for folks that are kind of rising in the ranks of being leaders in the CoE world and in digital transformation to understand that despite what we're implementing, we must keep the culture front and center. And a lot of the decisions that it sounds like you have to make are about brand loyalty, about customer centricity, a lot of the values that Delta shares, right? So when it comes to forming your team, what are some of the attributes and skill sets that you look for in a great team member as you continue to augment and expand your charge?
Well, I think you just explained some of it. So here, it's a culture. Our brand is a part of the culture. And normally you don't run into, if you're out shopping or if you're out and about and you run into someone who works at Delta, normally we all have the same attitude. You're kind, and we put caring first. Those are the attributes that we look for here, at least on my team. We have a lot of engineers, technical product engineers, and leaders on our team that have a culture of care.
Yes, no, I think that's so important. And one last thing that I just admire so much in your skill set too, in your career trajectory, is that you didn't necessarily grow up coding. You didn't necessarily grow up in the technical world, and yet you managed to lead one of the most transformative teams in one of the largest airlines on the planet. So what do you attribute your success, and what are some of the skill sets that you've developed along the way that have made you good at this job?
I'd like to think, or so I've been told, that I'm a great leader. So I put the people first. And when I say the people, I mean my team, the developers, the beneficiaries of the work that we do, to include the business teams and the customers.
Yes. So you make sure that everybody's involved, and you make sure that you're kind of the glue that kind of holds it all together.
Correct.
And I think that's so important. Well, Wykita, it's always a pleasure being with you. Thank you so much again for hosting us. And we'll be back with you with some more intelligent automation stories.